Hi guys, I'm back. Just fixing my hair. Hello, YouTube world. It's been a while. Been going through a lot of things. I would say in the past like 5 years since I did YouTube, a lot has happened personally, and I just wanted to do something that brought me happiness at a point in time when I was like kind of lonely. So I feel like I'm back in that place. But thought I would do something that brought me joy again, and it did bring me joy to do YouTube. Brought me joy to do videos about things that I was really into and passionate about and stuff I really liked doing, and I just enjoyed making those and reviews and also editing. I learned how to edit a lot. So I thought I would come back, and this is my first video, and I thought that going forward I would mainly be doing videos about just things that are going on in my life right now and lifestyle things and changes and stuff like that. So the first thing I'm going to talk about, I guess, on my channel is my move and how I won an affordable housing place in New York City. Not sure if anyone outside of New York City has heard about the affordable housing that they have here. If you have and you're a winner, congratulations, we can bond. But if you haven't, I just want to talk about my process and what happened exactly and how long this took and how many times I've actually gotten called for to bring documents and never actually gotten anything. So this is the first time that I actually got something. It is 2020. I know we're all going through it. This has been a hard year, probably the hardest year. Ooh. I've been applying to affordable housing since I moved back to New York City in 2015. I applied to quite a few, and I would say in that 5-year span, I maybe got called to bring documents, or I was emailed, told that my log number came up and that it was time for me to bring documentation if I'd like to continue. First of all, the first thing you need to know is that you need to go to the NYC Housing Connect website, which has now changed. I will link both websites below, but the old website actually had my old email address. I apologize if I'm like not looking at the camera. I'm also looking at the camera here. I'm looking at myself as I do this. Yes, so it was linked to my old email address. So the first thing you want to do if you're applying to this is make sure you use a current email address, because if they do ask you to bring documents, they're going to send everything to the email address that you have on file. So that didn't happen to me, but I changed my email and I still got some emails from my old email address. So I saw it, I happened to see it, but no one calls you. No one does that, at least for the initial document bring of everything is what I'm trying to say. So I've gotten emailed to do that, I would say maybe about 3 times before this time. One time I brought them and they told me I didn't qualify anymore. One time and then the other 2 occasions I brought them, nothing has happened. I never heard from these people again. So they have all my documentation, but nothing has happened. So yes, so this year I would say I applied to a place that went up on the site, on the old site, in April. I was actually trying different ways to see if I would get picked, because if you don't know, the log numbers are all random, and I didn't believe this. And then one time I saw that a place was gonna go up at midnight in a couple days. So I was like, I'm gonna stay up till midnight and I'm gonna apply right at midnight because I wanna be the first number. And then I read all these boards and I saw a bunch of other YouTube videos about the log number process, and they were saying that it's all random, but I just wanted to see if this was actually true. So I applied, and usually you don't know your log number until about a month after the deadline. So you have to wait about a month, and then they start giving everybody numbers. So I had to wait, and then with that place I applied to was actually in Greenpoint in Brooklyn. My log number was very high, so that's how I know that it actually is random. So that proved it. But the place that I am in today, I applied to in April. I don't think I was like paying attention to the time of day I was applying, anything like that. And yeah, like I didn't pay any attention to that, and I just like went for it. And I didn't hear anything until July. Someone emailed me to bring documentation. I wasn't told, I was told in July to bring or to submit documents. And because it's 2020, nothing's in person, I did everything virtually. Normally those other occasions, I actually brought them to an actual location, sat down with someone that they called like an interview, but it was really just giving them all of my documents. It was not an interview. Emailed them all my documents in July. I thought nothing would become of it. But although a lot of bad things happened to me in 2020, I thought this would be another. And then someone actually wrote to me and said, like, what happened after that? They told me that I got the apartment. It was like super quick process, or I could go look at it. And I looked at it, and normally if you go and look at it, I've heard that means you pretty much have it. And I was just like, of all of everything else, like, why this year did this happen? So I looked at it. It's good. It's just a studio. Might do an apartment tour. Not sure. Maybe when I have everything together. I've been here for about maybe like almost 3 months. I saw the apartment, and then I told the person, I saw 3 in the same complex. She gave me, so they emailed me a list of all of the places that I could go and look at based on my income bracket. So I could have looked at some place on Roosevelt Island, then in East Harlem, and then there was like some in Central Harlem. And she gave me like 1-bedrooms and studios to choose from. So I was just like, studios are a little more in my price range. So let me go and look at the studio. And the only studios were in Harlem. So I chose that. And that day I saw 3 in the same complex. And then I got to choose one. I went on a Saturday, and then on the Monday after, I emailed her and told her I liked a certain apartment, and then she was like, that one is gone. And then I was just like, why did I see it and then I liked it and now it's over? Which also makes me think like maybe when I was looking, like someone else was looking, but like I didn't see anybody else, but maybe we all came at different times. So I took like the second best, whatever. And yeah, so I took the second best that I liked, and I told her, and then she said she was going to submit the paperwork to like, oh my God, it was like some city agency, like NYC Housing or something. Like my application pretty much had to go through this city agency first before I could get the go ahead and like sign all the paperwork or e-sign all the paperwork. So I had to wait to hear back from her about that. And I was like constantly like emailing her like, did you hear back? Did you hear back? Because these people, I don't know if you've ever like won the lottery or been like in contact with someone, they get really busy, and if you're not on top of them, they'll like forget about you. And that's what I heard a lot, and that's what like other people had told me. So I was like constantly emailing this woman, and I feel like maybe she was like getting a little frustrated, but like I never actually talked to her on the phone. This was all email. And one time my grandma said, is this a scam? I literally told my grandma, and she was like, is this a scam? And I was like, no, this is the housing lottery. Like, you know about this. I don't know why, but you know, grandmas. My place where I am, everything is included, so I only have to pay rent. But there are certain apartments that you do have to pay like some sort of utility. I've seen like heat sometimes, and then like electricity, but I don't have to do that. Everyone is kind of different. But that was my story with it. So far so good. I could have signed like a year lease or a 2-year lease. So right now it's just a year, because I wanted to try it out because it's my first time not living with my family or on my family's or my family's helping me pay. So yeah, it's my first time living on my own but without the support of my family. I have lived alone before, but they were helping me out. So it's nice. It's nice living in New York City because I've always wanted to live in the city because I'm originally from Brooklyn. My dream has always been Upper West Side, so I'm still on the lookout for that. But yeah, I'm always on the lookout to see if there's new places, because the process honestly usually takes so long that I feel comfortable of looking at more places on the site and perhaps like applying to some now, because usually it takes way longer. It usually takes like, I've seen videos and I've read stuff and it takes like 6 months sometimes. So I was surprised mine was so quick. It literally maybe took like 2 months. It could have been due to everything going on this year, but highly encourage you to just keep checking the site. They have a whole new look to it. I'm so used to their old format, but if you applied on the old site, you can still log into that site and you can like check to see your status on that site. But if you want to apply to new apartments, you have to go on the new site, is what I can tell. But yeah, so far so good. I'm pretty happy with it. I think like because it's a studio, it's a little smaller, but when you're like one person, like a studio isn't so bad. And I feel like if everything was like normal or working and out and about and like going out, it wouldn't feel like I was like constantly just in a studio, because I feel like I've taken walks a lot. Just feel a little bit more enclosed. So I'm definitely still checking the site. I don't know if people still do that once they get one, but like I am gonna keep my eye out on it. And also I have a friend and he also won an affordable housing, whoop whoop, you know who you are. And he won one in the Bronx, but it's the same like complex, or not complex, the same management company that does mine. And he said that you can apply for a transfer. So I've just learned about this. He just told me about this too. I don't know if this is like real. Apparently you can like call, I think, the management company that you're with or whatever, whoever runs your building, and ask them for a transfer. And I think you have to indicate what building or complex you're trying to get into and ask to be added to the wait list. I haven't tried it. He said his sister tried it, but I'm just putting it out there for people who may not know. It wasn't as long of a process as I've seen before. So yeah, I mean, I was expecting the fact that they emailed me in July. No, I think actually they emailed me in June. I'm sorry. I think they emailed me in June, and then I actually got the apartment in like August. I thought it would be way longer. It usually is way longer. It's like a way longer process when it's in person. I think the fact that everything was like via email and like virtual, maybe that sped things up, because the people who like help you, they were maybe just like constantly at home. I think a lot of them were working from home or are working from home, and they just couldn't do those in-person interviews that I was talking about, or in person, like bring your documents. And then also recently I got called for like another one that I applied to maybe last year, and I didn't respond to it because they pretty much tell you in that first email like to send them documentation, and if you don't want to continue with it, don't respond. And I didn't, but I did get called for another one recently, downtown in the LES. But I just moved here and I don't think I'm gonna like do that whole process again, so just gonna stay put for now. I hope you all liked this first video back. It's good to be back. It feels nice to like vent and talk to you all and talk to someone. because I'm like cramped here in a studio and no one to talk to, I guess. I feel like a lot has changed. I've definitely changed. Definitely a different person than I was 5 years ago. But yeah, I hope to do more videos. I don't know how many people are watching this, but if there's anything you'd like to hear me talk about, that'd be cool. I know that I used to have this channel be really focused on like reviews and beauty related things, but honestly I'm not into beauty as much as I used to be into it. Like, I have my makeup that I wear when I do go out, but like, who goes out now? But I have that makeup that I wear. I don't really change it up now. I think my skin has changed a lot. I don't like to change up my regimen too much anymore. I've added a few things, but not like anything like really impressive. But I feel like I have a few videos in mind that I may do, such as like Amazon haul, maybe a clothing haul. I do shop online a lot now, so I might do a haul, keep it like PG, maybe PG-13, I don't know. It depends on how you look at things. But I feel like it'll definitely be like maybe clothing hauls, Amazon buys, maybe a vlog or two when I do go outside. It depends who I'm with and if I'm alone or not. Because I live in New York City, maybe it'll be helpful for other people to see what the city is like right now. It's a little quieter. It's getting a little busier, but maybe I'll do a haul. Maybe. Not a haul. Maybe I'll do a vlog. Sorry, a vlog. Hope you guys like seeing me because I think I'm going to be doing this a lot more, just because it did bring me joy, and I feel like right now in my life I need a little joy. Maybe I'll do an about me, I think I want to do like an Afro-Latina tag or Afro-Latina video just about me and my lifestyle and my life as an Afro-Latina. So that's coming. But I hope you liked this video. I hope it was like informative, and stay tuned. Bye.